going, everyone? It's me, Whiplashthesnake, here bringing you yet another life story video. This one again is brought to you by Twitter. As I do every week, I asked you guys what you wanted to see first, and well, you guys chose that you wanted to see this one, so guess that we're going to be talking about it. It was a pretty interesting one, and if you weren't around for the Twitter poll, definitely make sure that you are around for the next one. I have my Twitter on screen right now, so all you have to do is type it in, go follow it. I swear, if it's not endless memes, there's actually important stuff there sometimes. So yeah, go ahead and go follow it, please. Also, on a more serious note, a lot of things have been fucking up here on YouTube, so if you wouldn't mind hitting that little bell button, signing up for notifications on my channel, so you can see exactly when my future uploads do come up. I have been losing subscribers exactly when I upload. It's bad right now, so do make sure, if you do want to be notified of my videos, that you hit that little bell button. Please do it. And also, before we do get into it, I would just like to give a massive shout out and thank you to Chris Tuttle. They submitted the video that you're watching on screen right now. I know it's not gameplay, it's more of just watching someone flying a kite. That's exactly what it is, actually. But you know, it made for some relaxing background, so thank you for actually submitting that. And remember, if you want to submit gameplay of your own or anything kind of like this, just make sure that you record it, upload it to your channel, and then send me the link. But with that being said, let's get right into the story. Now this story, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit strange, and again, it doesn't really have to do with me. It's another thing that I actually witnessed happening, and it was kind of pretty funny. And this one has to do with my father, of all people. Not really many stories to do with him, but this is one of them, and it was a pretty good one, so I hope that you do enjoy it. Alright, now to give you guys a little bit of a scope on when this happened, this was probably when I was still in grade school, like 3rd, 4th grade, around that time. So you know, around this time I was 11, 12, probably at the very oldest, like 13, 14. I don't remember the exact year it was. All I really know, it was a fucking long time ago, alright? And to make long story short, well, I caught my dad sleepwalking on this day, and actually it was a nighttime, you know, pretty late at night, because even at this age, I was a fucking savage, and you know, sleep is for the weak. Gotta play some Call of Duty up until the wee early hours of the morning, because hashtag who really needs a life anyways. And you know, I had likely just come off of a 10-game losing spree, because you know, I'm fucking horrible at first-person shooters. And you know, in my rage I decided, fuck it, I'm gonna go downstairs, I'm gonna go get some milk, and then I'm going to go to bed. And so, you know, I leave my room, I go down the stairs, and I round the corner to the kitchen to, randomly see my dad standing there. Now in my household, especially at this time, that was not something that you really saw all too often. Because, well, normally my dad, well, he was the first person besides my mother a lot of times to fall asleep in our household, because, well, he always worked a lot in the mornings and normally was out by about 8 or 9 o'clock. I know that sounds insanely early, but it's what happened here a lot of times. And so, you know, I just like walk into the kitchen and I'm just like, what's going on here? Why are you down here? All of the lights are off. And my dad is literally standing there in the dark, just staring at the pantry. Now I'm going to stop it right here because a lot of people likely know exactly what's going on, alright? He was sleepwalking, alright? He had told us stories a lot of times in the past that, well, he had sleptwalked as a kid, and, well, they were always pretty funny stories, and he hadn't really ever done it since then, or at least all that we knew of. This was just a random incident that he decided, I'm gonna sleepwalk tonight. I know that I'm like 30-some years old, but fuck it. And up until this point, I had actually never seen anyone sleepwalk before, and I know now at least that the worst thing that you can possibly do for a sleepwalker is to wake them up while they're in the middle of sleepwalking. Didn't know this at the time, I was a young, stupid little kid. But yeah, as of incidents in the past that he had told us about, well, at least one of them, he sleptwalked as a little kid, went into his sister's room, and decided to take a piss right in the corner while she was having a sleepover. So yeah, you can get the idea of sleepwalking just by that if you've actually never heard of it before, and if you've never heard sleepwalking, what's wrong with you, mate? But yeah, so I was just standing there, alright? I was watching my dad, you know, standing in front of the pantry. The door was open. He was standing there in his boxers, just staring into the pantry, you know, just standing there, looking at it, completely asleep. unbeknownst to me. I just thought he was standing there in the dark looking in the pantry. And you know, I'm just standing there watching him as he finally reaches in and pulls out a package of cookies. You know, we just had like a little thing of M&M cookies in there. He pulls it out. They're his favorite type of cookies. Starts eating them one after another. Just, you know, still fully asleep, standing there in front of the pantry, holding a thing of cookies now, just eating them there. And so at this point, I walk up to him, you know, tap him on the shoulder, and I'm like, hey, Dad, what the fuck are you doing? Because normally, you know, he never really does this, and what I didn't know is that he was sleepwalking at the time, and that me tapping him on the shoulder and asking him what he was doing downstairs, eating a bag of cookies, would wake him up. And so I tap him on the shoulder. He turns to me suddenly, you know, waking up, just holding this bag of cookies. He drops it to the ground immediately. No, it was kind of funny at the time because, you know, he had a mouthful of cookies at this time, you know, completely unaware of it, turns to me and just screams because, you know, I just randomly woke him up. He's randomly in the kitchen now when he was in his bed, and he has absolutely no idea what's going on, and, you know, pushes me over just like suddenly because he thinks like I'm sort of some kind of attacker. And, you know, I go flying back onto the carpet, and I'm just like looking at him, and he's just standing there for a second. He stares at me, and then he just starts laughing his ass off like, holy shit, what the how did I get here? And I'm just like laying on the ground like, what the fuck just happened? And then, you know, he said that he must have been sleepwalking, had no idea what was going on, you know, picked up the now destroyed thing of cookies that were laying on the ground that he dropped, and then went back upstairs to bed. I don't even know how he went down the stairs without falling. I mean, that just takes some real fucking skill, I'm not gonna lie. And, well, after this entire event was over, I, you know, got back up, went upstairs, and, you know, decided I'm just gonna call it a night, you know? And, yeah, moral of the story, after experiencing this, I forgot my milk, so don't forget your milk, kids. It's got calcium, and that shit's important and stuff. Thank you everyone so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit that like button, and if you really liked it, hit that subscribe button. I would love a new addition to the Snake Army. Be sure to check out yesterday's video, which is playing on screen right now. It was actually kind of a response video to someone who had actually made a mini YouTuber review of. Their name was Kazumaya. They weren't happy with the review I made of them, and, you know, they wanted me to apologize, so, you know, I kind of actually doubled down on what I said, because, no, you get what you get. So yeah, that was a pretty interesting video. If you care to, make sure you go check it out. All you have to do is click it. It'll send you right to the video. Also, if you haven't yet, why not check out Lord Bung? He needs some love and support, and he needs friends. Please give him friends. Nah, seriously, he's an amazing channel, and you should probably go check him out right now. I think it would probably be a pretty good idea. And guys, with that being said, I will see you on the next video tomorrow. As always, this is Whiplash, signing out.